But when you read the definition, you're just like, yeah, it is just you moving outside of your comfort zone to a new place for
but not just your. I guess does tourism? Okay, it doesn't have to be outside your own country.
So
is it just like anywhere? Like if I just go one city over,
listen,
is that tourism?
zip it. Listen, another definition is someone who travels at least 80 kilometers from his or her home for at least 24 hours for business or leisure.
Go visit my family,
it doesn't count. It doesn't count.
That's almost 80 kilometers.
No, well, it says for at least 24 hours.
Yeah, I go visit for 24 hours sometimes. Am I in tourism? Am I a tourist?
No, you're not, though, because for the most part, we're just going for a few hours and coming home.
Okay.
Wait, is Guelph 80 kilometers?
It's like 74.
So it doesn't count based on this.
Well, what if I go to the north end of Guelph? That surely is 80.
Yeah, and that would be more tourist vibes because you'd be like, wow, I've never been here.
So this is when I want to go back to what I said about this is the principle, right? Like having new experiences can make you more creative. Travel is a very highly stimulating new experience where you're totally out of your comfort zone. Like when you leave your house and you walk down the street, most of the things your brain doesn't have to think about. But when you're somewhere new and you come out of your apartment or your Airbnb or a hotel and walk down the street, suddenly every single thing is new.
Oh, it's such a
Even
sleigh.
when you cross the street, you're like, wait, I have to double check because I don't know which way the cars are
If
coming
you're in
from.
London, they're coming the different way.
And it's even like we were just in Spain and I was like, it's so fun to look at how different the streetlights are.
Yeah.
Like my brain's looking for streetlights somewhere and then you realize they're in a different position. Totally.
Hot everyone is.
You literally. Yeah. People in Spain are hot. Let's put it that way.
It's like, okay, where does the swagger come from? Is it born in ya? Or is it also, it's like a funny travel thing. It could just be because we're traveling. Like we were literally like best night of our lives, best part. Like, but it's like objectively they could have been just as fun as Toronto, but because you're traveling, you're like,
your context is different.
You're just like, holy shit.
Well, we've done that in Toronto before where we say like, let's pretend we're traveling.
Yeah, and then we stay out till 4 a.m.
And we have the best night of our lives.
Yeah, it's actually, that is what I would say. If you cannot afford to travel, you need to get together with your friends and you have to say, pretend we're traveling. I did it this weekend for Halloween because we went to the east end of Toronto, which is very far and I never go. And I said, we're going to Munich. And as we went, even looking at the houses, I was like, look at that brutalist architecture. It just makes it more fun because you can travel within your own city. If you've never been somewhere, just like pretend that what it would feel like to be a tourist. And it is like enlightening. And I am like, Toronto's such a sleigh.
It is. I mean, also Toronto is such a huge city. Like some people might be in smaller places. And what I would suggest, again, is go back to the principle. It's new experiences. Put yourself, do something different, learn something
or
different. Or
drive to the nearest big city and actually be a tourist.
Yeah, fair. Case. But what I'm saying is you don't have to be a tourist to get this benefit. Like if you're learning a language or an instrument, like your brain is going to be building connections that are going to impact how you think, how you solve problems. Like you're just like literally stimulating your mind.
Also, some people, unlike us, who are like, we're like, travel is a part of our identity. Some people don't like to travel.
Like you just mean like in general?
Like in general. And then sometimes I'm like, that is funny because we're so obsessed with it and have been forced to do it a lot for our job. So I feel like there's like a certain skill that comes with that makes traveling really easy. So it's like there's not really any anxiety. Yeah, but it's like, it would be like if I was like dating someone and they were like, I don't really like to travel. I would be like, okay, well then maybe I'll date someone. Like it's kind of intense because some people really don't like